Have you ever imagined coming across a bird so colorful and majestic that it seems impossible to be real? Today, you're going to meet 7 of them, each more incredible than the last, looking like they've stepped straight out of a fantasy movie. And believe me, each one will surprise you more than the previous. Curious to find out which birds made the list? Then make sure you subscribe to the channel and join us, because you won't want to miss these unbelievable beauties. 7th place. Japanese crane. Let's start with one of the most elegant birds in the world, the Japanese crane. Also known as the Manchurian crane, this bird isn't the most colorful on our list, but its beauty is on a different level of sophistication. With white feathers, black wing details, and a bright red crown, it looks like a true masterpiece of nature. But the Japanese crane isn't just about looks. It carries a lot of symbolic meaning, especially in Japan, where it's considered a symbol of longevity and good luck. Legends say it can live up to 100 years. In many Asian cultures, the crane also represents eternal love, as they mate for life. They seal this bond with a spectacular dance of leaps and synchronized movements, almost like a ballet. Can you imagine watching that? Another impressive fact is their size. Japanese cranes can grow nearly 5 feet tall, with a wingspan exceeding 8 feet. When they spread their wings, it's like watching a massive feathered plane soar. They inhabit wetlands and snowy plains in Japan and Siberia, where the contrast of their white feathers against the snowy ground is breathtaking. Sadly, despite their cultural importance and beauty, the Japanese crane is endangered. Habitat destruction and hunting have drastically reduced their population. Conservation efforts are underway to protect them in safe areas and encourage breeding. With luck, this symbol of good fortune will remain part of our world for many more years. So, did you know these birds held such deep meaning in Japanese culture? Leave your comment. And if you found this animal fascinating, just wait until you see the next one on our list. 6th place. Flamingo. Next up, we're talking about one of the most famous birds in the world, the flamingo. With its vibrant pink feathers, long legs, and graceful posture, this bird looks like it stepped right off a fashion runway. But what many people don't know is that flamingos get their pink color from their diet. They're born with grayish feathers, but over time, their diet changes their appearance. Flamingos mainly eat algae and small crustaceans like shrimp, which contain carotenoids, the pigments that make carrots orange and tomatoes red. The more they consume, the pinker their feathers become. In regions where food lacks carotenoids, flamingos can appear paler. It's like they're always adjusting their makeup based on what they eat. Flamingos are also masters of balance. You've probably seen them standing on one leg for long periods, which helps conserve body heat while they rest. Interestingly, scientists still don't fully understand how they manage this without losing balance, adding to their fascinating charm. Flamingos are incredibly social birds. They live in large flocks, sometimes with up to 10,000 individuals. This community is crucial for their survival, especially when it comes to breeding. During mating season, flamingos perform a synchronized group dance, moving together like a perfectly choreographed routine. Another interesting fact: despite their delicate appearance, flamingos can live up to 40 years in the wild, and even longer in captivity. That's a long life for a bird constantly on the move, migrating in search of food and nesting grounds. So, did you know flamingos turn pink because of their diet? Leave your comment and get ready, because the next animal on the list is even more spectacular. 5th place. Keel-billed toucan. Now it's time for a bird that's become a symbol of the tropical rainforest, the keel-billed toucan. This bird is best known for its gigantic, colorful beak, which looks hand-painted. The keel-billed toucan displays a unique mix of green, yellow, orange, and blue, nature's masterpiece. But aside from its beauty, its beak holds some fascinating secrets. First, the beak might look heavy, but it's incredibly light. Made of keratin, the same material as our nails, it's more of a hollow, functional structure than just a colorful decoration. Scientists believe that the beak helps regulate body temperature by dissipating heat in hot climates. So, the toucan's beak isn't just for show, it helps keep it cool in the tropical heat. Speaking of food, did you know that the keel-billed toucan is almost vegetarian? It loves fruits, especially the juiciest ones. With its long, agile beak, it can reach fruits that other birds can't, perched on the thinnest branches. And here's a fun fact: the toucan often tosses fruit in the air before catching and swallowing it, like a playful game. But toucans don't eat just fruit. Occasionally, they'll snack on insects, small reptiles, and even bird eggs. This rare behavior shows that toucans can adapt when necessary. Life in the rainforest requires flexibility, after all. Another amazing fact is their communication skills. Toucans live in small groups and are very noisy, making calls that sound like frogs croaking. These calls help them stay in touch with their flock as they navigate the dense rainforest. Lastly, despite its bright colors, the toucan can blend in remarkably well. Its dark body hides in the tree shadows, and its colorful beak blends with the surrounding fruit. Who would have thought such a flashy bird could be so discreet? So, did you know the toucan's beak is both lightweight and functional? Leave your comment and stick around because the next animal on our list will impress you even more. Fourth place. Golden pheasant. Now, let's talk about a bird so extravagant it looks like it stepped straight out of a Renaissance painting. The golden pheasant. Native to the mountains of China, the golden pheasant is famous for its dazzling colors and its impressive courtship display. Its plumage is a true visual spectacle, with bright golden tones, intense red, and striking blue and green details, creating a show of colors that leaves anyone speechless. The most striking feature of the golden pheasant is undoubtedly its golden crest, which covers its head and drapes down like a cape around its neck. When it wants to impress the females, this crest fans out into a radiant display, while the male raises his feathers in a breathtaking performance. And it doesn't stop there. To complete the show, he even performs a special dance, spinning and spreading his wings to show off every vibrant detail of his plumage. It's like watching a private nature show where this singular bird is the star. And do you think this bird only draws attention with its looks? Get ready for another intriguing animal fact. Despite all its extravagance, the golden pheasant is incredibly fast and agile. When threatened, it prefers to run rather than fly, reaching surprising speeds as it moves across the forest and mountain floors. And don't be fooled by its luxurious appearance. It's quite resilient and can survive in high altitudes and challenging weather conditions. The golden pheasant is also known for being rather shy. Even with its unmistakable bright plumage, it spends most of its time hidden among bushes and dense vegetation. This makes spotting one in the wild a real challenge, even with its vibrant colors. Naturalists lucky enough to observe a golden pheasant in its natural habitat describe the experience as magical, almost like seeing a rare jewel move through the forest. Interestingly, this species has been introduced to other parts of the world, such as the United Kingdom, where it has adapted well to the local climate. However, even outside of China, they maintain their reserved behavior and are difficult to observe. Those who spot them in the wild, even in non-native environments, feel as if they've discovered a true treasure. Now, tell me, did you know the golden pheasant prefers to run rather than fly? What do you think of this curious strategy? Leave your comment and get ready for the next bird on our list, which promises to be even more impressive. Third place. Quetzal. Now we've arrived at the incredible Quetzal, one of the most revered and breathtaking birds of Central America. Considered sacred by the ancient Maya and Aztecs, the Quetzal isn't just impressive because of its stunning beauty, but also due to its mythical history. With brilliant emerald green plumage, a vibrant red chest, and a long tail that can grow up to 3 feet, it looks like a living jewel floating through the tropical forests. One of the most fascinating aspects of the Quetzal is the role it played in ancient civilizations. For the Maya, this bird symbolized freedom and power, and it was believed that capturing a Quetzal brought bad luck since the bird couldn't survive long in captivity. Its image was so important that even kings and priests wore its feathers in ceremonial attire. And the most curious detail? After plucking its feathers, they would release the bird, as it was considered a sin to kill this sacred animal. The Quetzal is a solitary bird that lives in the dense cloud forests of Central America, particularly in Guatemala and southern Mexico. Its natural habitat is so specific that it depends on old trees with cavities for nesting. This makes it extremely sensitive to habitat destruction. Unfortunately, the loss of tropical forests has put this species at risk, but conservation efforts are underway to ensure its survival. Another impressive detail is its ability to camouflage. Despite its vibrant body, the Quetzal can blend in remarkably well with the dense forest foliage. Its green feathers merge with the leaves, making it difficult to spot, even for sharp-eyed observers. And here's another animal fact. Only the males have those long, impressive tails. During mating season, they use these extravagant feathers to attract females, performing graceful and acrobatic flights. Additionally, the Quetzal has an interesting diet. It loves fruit, especially wild avocados, which are essential to its diet. In fact, The quetzal plays a crucial role in the ecosystem by helping spread the seeds of the fruits it eats, contributing to forest regeneration. But it doesn't live on fruit alone. It also hunts insects and small vertebrates when necessary. Now, here's a question for you. Did you know that the quetzal was considered the bird of freedom by the ancient Maya? Let us know in the comments what you think of this fascinating fact. And don't go anywhere, because the next bird on our list is so incredible it looks like a flying rainbow. Second place. Hyacinth macaw. Now we're going to talk about a true celebrity of the tropical forests. The hyacinth macaw. This majestic bird, with its dazzling cobalt blue feathers and long elegant tail, is undoubtedly one of the most impressive and colorful birds in the world. Also known as the blue macaw, this bird is the largest of the macaw species and a true symbol of the South American rainforest. But what makes this bird even more fascinating goes far beyond its appearance. First, let's talk about its impressive wingspan. The hyacinth macaw can reach up to 3 feet in length, including its long tail, which alone can be nearly as long as its body. Its powerful wings allow it to fly great distances, and its flight is a spectacle in itself. Can you imagine seeing a bright blue bird soaring through the tropical sky? It's something you'd never forget. But the hyacinth macaw doesn't just impress with its looks. It's also known for being extremely intelligent and social. In the wild, these birds live in flocks, and their communication is highly complex, involving a range of calls, whistles, and even body language. Additionally, hyacinth macaws form very strong bonds with their partners, being one of the few bird species that mate for life. They do everything together, feeding, flying side by side, and even grooming each other's feathers, showing just how loyal and affectionate they are. And in captivity, they're famous for their ability to learn tricks and even mimic sounds and words. Another fascinating animal fact about the hyacinth macaw is its diet. These birds love nuts, fruits, seeds, and even tree bark. However, there's something quite peculiar. Some of the nuts they eat are toxic to other animals, but hyacinth macaws have developed a unique way of neutralizing these toxins. They eat clay from certain parts of the forest, which helps absorb and neutralize the toxins. Who would have thought that this curious behavior helps keep them healthy? Unfortunately, despite their majesty, the hyacinth macaw is endangered. The destruction of their habitat and the illegal pet trade have drastically reduced the population of this iconic bird. Today, conservation programs are working hard to protect hyacinth macaws, ensuring they continue to color the skies of the tropical forests. So, did you know that the hyacinth macaw is so intelligent and social? What did you think about the way they eat clay to survive? Leave your opinion in the comments. But don't go just yet, because the next bird is nothing less than the definition of majesty and beauty. Ready for the number 1 spot on our list? First place. Indian peafowl. We've reached the grand highlight of our list, the Indian peafowl. If there's one bird that can be described as the queen of beauty, it's definitely the peacock. With its extravagant tail and plumage full of vibrant colors, it doesn't just attract attention, it leaves everyone in awe. When a male peacock opens its tail into a fan, displaying over 200 eye spots in shades of blue, green, and gold, it's as if nature is showing off in its most perfect form. But aside from being incredibly beautiful, the peacock has a series of animal facts that make it even more fascinating. First, let's talk about its famous tail display. Males use this visual show to attract females, who, in turn, choose the partner with the largest and most vibrant tail. This behavior, known as sexual selection, is one of the most classic examples in nature of how females can influence the evolution of a species by rewarding the most impressive males. And it's not just about looks. When the peacock opens its tail and starts vibrating its feathers, it emits a low-frequency sound that humans can barely perceive, but females pick up easily. This creates a complete sensory experience for the females, who not only see the show of colors but also feel these vibrations. So, the peacock isn't just showing off. He's literally appealing to all the senses of his potential mate. Now, for an even more surprising fact. Despite its voluminous tail, which can reach up to 5 feet in length, the Indian peafowl is an excellent flyer. Although they don't fly long distances, they can take to the skies to escape predators and seek shelter in tall trees. Watching a peacock in flight is like witnessing a rare aerial spectacle since most people only associate them with their ground display. Another interesting animal fact is that, actually, only the males have colorful tails. Females, known as peahens, have more modest, brownish plumage, which helps them blend in while caring for the eggs. This shows how nature prioritizes protection in some cases and spectacle in others. And there's more. Peacocks are known for their longevity. They can live up to 20 years or more in good conditions, both in the wild and in captivity. Their curious behavior, like the sounds they make in their daily routines, makes them a favorite subject for scientists and animal enthusiasts alike. Now it's your turn. Did you know that peacocks can fly? And what do you think of this combination of beauty and skills? Leave your comment and tell us which of these birds you found the most impressive. Now that you've seen these nearly unreal beauties, how about checking out something a bit scarier? In our next video, we'll show you 10 animals you'll be thankful are extinct. Curious? Then click on the video that's appearing on the screen and get ready to discover creatures that seem straight out of a nightmare.